Hey guys, Jono here from OptizenAI. In this video, I'm just going to walk through a bit of a process we've been implementing over the last few months, even before we launched OptizenAI, to leverage entities in more detail for our product pages. So what I'll do is I'll walk through why we're doing this and look at some validation from some other entity experts and some of the content they've put out, which you can then go and do a little bit of research yourself if you haven't used entities before, or you're not experienced or understand them that well, because it is a little bit of a confusing concept. Walk through an example how we can actually implement it using OptizenAI. So before I go through this, I just want to show you one of our test stores. So we're in Google Search Console, we're filtering for product pages on Shopify, and this is a comparison of the last 7 days. And we can see we've had an increase in clicks from the previous 7 days of 305 clicks to 372 in the last 7 days, and impression has increased as well. And these are products where we have not only been utilizing OptizenAI in general, but also going deeper into entity validation or using entities in our product content. So the results we're seeing are positive. We'd like to do it at a lot more scale, but it's a pretty good start over the last few months. And we're originally doing this manually, but now with OptizenAI and also leveraging ChatGPT itself, we can actually do this in a much more streamlined process. So firstly, we'll just go through a couple of good documents that sort of help explain what entities are and how you can use them. As I said, there's a lot of confusion, but these two pieces of content kind of explain it pretty well. I'll put links in the video description to these. So the first one's by Simon Cornelius. He's got a pretty good reputation as being a schema and entity expert. He's got some tools of his own. But his simple definition for an entity is the same almost as a noun. A person, place, or thing usually has a Wikipedia page. That's important to note there. Like a digital idea card, a virtual sticky note with all its important details includes relationships to other entities. So if you think of a Wikipedia page, it's essentially information on a certain thing, a place, or a person, and then their relationships through links to other entities that are related to that core entity. So associated entities, essentially. The other piece of content that's quite well explained, and also what I like about this piece of content by Eric Lanceres, is he actually explains how he uses it with his approach to ranking. This is a piece of content that's only come out in the last few days. I'll put a link to this post as well. Eric has his own on-page AI tool. It's a pretty good tool. I've used it in the past, and it keeps improving. And he certainly leverages entities quite extensively with his tool. So we'll just go through a little bit of how he uses entities. You can read through the entire document, but my approach to creating a top ranking page is quite simple. I aim to have higher related entity density than the competition while making my content captivating and engaging for users. So with that in mind, we can do the same for our products on our e-commerce or our Shopify stores. Having a high entity density provides me with a high initial ranking score, and then I maintain or even exceed it by providing users with exactly what they want when they land on the page. This is also the design philosophy of his tool, StealthWriter. So then it just goes through how he actually uses this tool to identify entities, and we're going to do similar using ChatGPT. I'm going to use the example of a Stetson hat, and in our store here, I think we've got 5 or 6 Stetson hats, and this is a good example because Stetson is quite a well-known brand, and it has its own Wikipedia page. But you don't need the brand to have a Wikipedia page. It can also be the thing. So in this case, it's a cowboy hat. But Stetson itself does have a Wikipedia page, so we're going to use that in our entity validation process, and we might even use the cowboy hat Wikipedia page as well, although I think we're just going to use the Stetson Wikipedia page itself because it has all the related entities to hats and cowboy hats, etc. So we'll go through the process now, how we can ensure that we have relevant entities for the Stetson hat within our product pages using OptizenAI. Okay, so if you watch some of the other videos, we're going to go through a very similar process on how we actually use our prompts to update our SEO title, our SEO description, our H1 page title, and also our product description. And the product description is where we're going to use or leverage our entities mainly. We'll also include and will ensure at least our entities are in our page title and our SEO title. So I'm just, first of all, in the app in OptizenAI, I'm searching for any products that have the tag Stetson because they're the products we want to update. And you can see here we've got 6 of these. So we're going to select all these and click next. And we're going to give it a name. So we'll call it Stetson update with entities. And I'm also going to add our internal linking in here as well. We've got some other videos on how and why we do that. So feel free to go and search for those. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our prompt repository and we're going to use this prompt here that's in the repository and we're going to change it to paraphrase. I just like the way paraphrase prompts are working at the moment. And we're using GPT-4, by the way, in our settings here. We can actually select GPT-4. You've also got the option to choose GPT 3.5 as well if you like. So paraphrase is the meta title for this product. The product is a Stetson hat. So all of those 6 products are Stetson hats. We're going to add Stetson hat in there. Please ensure the term Stetson hat is in the title. And this is sort of the initial phase. Do not exceed 60 characters. Do not add quotation marks in the title. Each word should start with an uppercase. Okay, so we're going to update that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to extract the entities we want because we want to add them to our SEO title, or at least the most important ones, from the Wikipedia page for Stetson. So I've got the Wikipedia page here for Stetson, and this is what we're going to use to validate our entity. So we're going to grab that URL, and then we're going to come to ChatGPT. Now, we could also use the prompts within OptizenAI itself, but at the moment, I'm just liking using ChatGPT just to validate the entities so we don't confuse ChatGPT itself by having a prompt for entities and then a follow-on for the update of the product description all in one prompt. So we're just going to use ChatGPT itself. So I've created a prompt here. So we're in GTP4, so we can actually we need to change this to GTP4. Then we can actually have OpenAI crawl the URL. So we change it to GTP4. We've still got our prompt. So now I'm going to run this prompt and we'll see what it actually comes back with. So it uses Bing to actually crawl the URL. So I'm just going to pause this. It takes, maybe a minute or so to get the information back, and then we'll see what it says. Okay, so it's created our list of entities, and we can see them here. So what I want to do is use the most relevant and appropriate entities that are mentioned here in our SEO title. And because we've only got a limited number of characters we can use for our SEO title, we need to make sure we choose appropriately. So founder, John B. Stetson, John B. Stetson Company. So I think John B. Stetson is probably going to be a good one to use. And then also hat material. So the hat material is beaver felt. So I think we can use those in our SEO title along with the information that's already provided. So within the product description itself. So paraphrase this SEO meta title for this product. The product is a Stetson hat. Please ensure the term Stetson is in the title. So I think we're going to now have this as John B. Stetson is in the title. Also, please ensure the material, please ensure the term beaver felt is in the title. We've got 2 associated entities now. We're asking the prompt to create in the title, And remember, it's just updating the existing title. Do not exceed 60 characters. Do not add quotation marks in the title. Each word should start with an uppercase. Okay, I think that's fine. So now we're going to do the similar for the H1 page title. Again, we'll go to the prompt repository, reword. Again, I'm going to change this to paraphrase. This product is a Stetson hat. Please ensure the term. Again, I'm going to add in John B. Stetson in the title. Don't extend any further than this and avoid using sensationalist tones. Ensure that each word starts with an uppercase. So let's just have a look and see whether there's anything else we could add in for the title. High quality outdoor hat. Women's hats. Cavalry Stetson. I think probably the best one to use here would be high quality outdoor hats. Also, please ensure the phrase high quality outdoor hats is included in the title. Okay. So we've now got the SEO title with our chosen entities in there, and we have our H1 page title with the chosen entities. Okay, I'm just going to quickly run the meta description, SEO description. We're going to run these three before we actually run the product description. This is a bit of a standard SEO meta description we've got in the repository. So just to make it simple, I'm just going to add this in, Afterpay and ZipPay. Okay, so we've got those. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy these. I'm going to put them in a Word doc, in a notepad, just so I've got them if I need to rerun these again. So I'm going to grab the SEO title and then the H1 page title. We just need to make any changes. Okay, I'm happy with those three. And like I said, we're going to run the product description second. So now when I proceed, it's going to update the SEO title, the H1 page title, and the SEO description for those 6 products. So click proceed and we'll run those. And that'll take a minute or so, and then we'll have the outputs, and we'll check those before we do the description. Okay, so we're in our logs now. We've got our 6 products, and let's just check how the output has been updated. So the old content was hat, Stetson, Ranger, Silver Belly. So it's pretty poor generic SEO title, and now it is John B. Stetson, Silver Belly, Ranger hat in beaver felt. So it's added in our entities. Let's look at the H1. And it's added in the extra bit, which is high quality outdoor hats. So that's pretty good how it's actually created that output. Let's have a look at another one. John B. Stetson Bluegrass Smoke Hat in Beaverfelt. I like that. John B. Stetson high quality outdoor hats, Bluegrass Smoke design. Okay, pretty good. And our SEO descriptions are created as they should. But you can see here we haven't updated our product description yet. So we will, though, just have a look and make sure on the front end here, this has changed. Okay, it has. There's our SEO title, John B. Stetson, Seneca Sand Hat in Beaverfelt, and quality outdoor hat. So we've got our entities now that we chose in our SEO title and our H1 page title. Okay, so now we're going to go through and update our product description and have a more enriched product description. So again, we go back to products. And keep in mind, I'm doing this on 6 products, but you can do this on 100 products at a time, up to 500 products at a time if you wish. So we're going to search for our Stetson hat again, choose our 6 products. Next. Now this time we don't need to, we're just going to put in Stetson description. It's entities and internal links. Okay, so we're not going to update our SEO title, H1 or SEO description because we've already done that. We were going to update the product description now. Okay, so I have this in, I've actually got a prompt in here already in my private repository, but I've just got it copied here, so I'm going to paste it in directly. And then we'll edit the prompt as we need. Okay, we'll just go through this now. This was a prompt I used earlier for another product, so we'll update this, and it worked well, so we'll just update this now for these particular products. You're a senior e-commerce SEO copywriter. Your tone of voice is positive. Your writing style is experienced. Your task is to paraphrase this product description in an engaging and SEO-friendly style using PASS framework. Again, if you don't know what the PASS framework is, we've got some more videos on that. So we're just sort of, we're kind of layering our product descriptions with the information we need. It needs to have a compelling title and captures the shopper's attention, a story-driven description that highlights key features and benefits of the product, and a structure that makes it easy to scan and read. The description should be between 200 and 500 words. The product is this time it's a Stetson hat. The product is better than the rest because it's a reputable brand, has a high quality manufacturing process, is value for money, and the brand has many years experience in the, we'll change this to cowboy hat industry. Audience is horse owners and horse riders, so that's who we're targeting. The paraphrase product description should be in HTML wrapped in paragraph tags in a professional e-commerce tone using the PASS framework. Please ensure the description is a minimum of 2 paragraphs. The paragraph should include the following entities. Okay, so here's where we list our entities. So what we can do, we can grab all these. Just going to grab them as they are directly from ChatGPT. Should include the following entity. Okay, so we'll leave that as it is. And we're going to see what sort of output we get just from using it directly from ChatGPT. Then I add a HTML space, then add a heading wrapped in HTML with features. And what I'm going to do is add in Stetson hat. So within a H2 tag, we have one of our entities. We'll actually go a little bit further and features of this John B. Stetson hat. Then add a HTML space, then add 2 to 3 bullet points in HTML format of the main features of the product. Add a HTML space, then add the sentence in HTML strong. You may also be interested in these similar products. I'm going to change that to hat and add a HTML space. So I'll make sure I've got our formatting correct. It's worth taking the time to get these right. Then view the following list of, and I think I've only got 5 links for this. So I'm just going to go grab those. Again, I've got another video on how we create these links. We're going to add in our HTML links here. Basically what this is doing is we're making sure we're internally linking between our similar products, which in this case is our 6 Stetson hats. And then I'm just going to add the last section of the prompt from the entire list of 5 links, randomly choose 3 links and add them as bullet points. Please ensure you choose the links in a random manner. Okay, so there is our prompt, pretty well ready to go. Just double checking everything. So again, I'm going to copy that and just copy it to my notepad. So I've got it there if we need to run these again. Again, when you have prompts that are working really well for your particular use case, make sure you save them under your templates section. Okay, so I think we're ready to go here. We have our name, we have our prompt, we've selected update, and now we're going to click proceed and run this prompt. So it's initiated successfully. So I'm just going to pause the video and I'll let this run. It will take a little bit longer this time because we've created quite a detailed prompt. And we'll see what output it spits back. Okay, so the prompt is finished. We've updated all our 6 products for our product description. Let's go and have a look at how it has updated. Actually, that one I think was previously updated. This one hadn't been updated. So this was the old product description, and now we've got our new product description. So let's just look at this. Unveiling a true symbol of dignified craftsmanship, the John B. Stetson hat. So we have one of our entities here. The premium choice of Stetson, the boss of the plains. So boss of the plains. Where did I see that? Am I blind? Boss of the plains. So we've got one of our entities here, a symbolic hat of the American West. And it's been added in the content here. 1865, that was the founding date. That was in one of our entities here as well. So far, so good. The boss of the plains isn't just a hat, it's a legacy. Founded in 1865 by John B. Stetson, the Stetson Company shines. So the company, that was an entity within the Wikipedia page, shines in the world of hat making as the largest manufacturer. So pretty sure largest manufacturer was here somewhere. World's largest hat manufacturer, there you go. That's been added. Story of Philadelphia, that was in there as well. 3,000 hats, 3,300,000 hats per year. So far we can see that our entities are being added in here in context within the product description. The first Western Stetson hat was sold to a cowboy for a $5 gold piece. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Stetson hat is not only catered to cowboys and horse riders, but was also part of the uniform for South African Constabulary, the Dallas Police Homicide and Robbery Bureau, and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Again, this is all within our entities in ChatGPT. Features of this John B. Stetson hat. So we've got our core entity in our H2 here, and some further features, and then now we have our internal links. So this is a pretty good result. We'll just look at some of the others. Very similar, but obviously unique. Okay, so now we'll look at our example product on the front end. So we've got our SEO title. It's now has the entities we chose. Also, the H1 has the entities we chose, and our product description is updated with an enriched description with our entities that were extracted from the Wikipedia page for Stetson hats using ChatGPT. So that is how we can leverage Wikipedia, ChatGPT, extract entities, and update our product descriptions and other meta information on our products within our Shopify store to enrich the pages with our entities. So what we'll probably do now is we'll grab these links and we'll run them through either our indexer or manually run them through GSC inspection to have them recrawled again. And we're just going to monitor these over the next week or so and see whether we get an improvement. But I know we will get an improvement because that's what we're seeing for other products where we actually run this process. So with OptizenAI, it just makes it much more streamlined, and we can do this now. Once we've got our prompt organized and you've added it to your templates, you can run these to hundreds, up to 500 products at a time to update that content. Okay, there'll be links in the description for this quite handy document from Simon Cornelius on entities, and also from On-Page AI, which is I like this blog post here because he goes through an explanation of how and why he uses them. And within his content, this is mainly geared towards more blog post, long form content, though, although the concepts are the same. We just need to actually use them in context for our Shopify product pages. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'm pretty excited about where this is all going with AI and how we can actually leverage this to have much better descriptions at scale for our e-commerce products. Thanks. We'll see you later on.